All right, as you guys know, a few months ago, we bought a Facebook Marketplace Honda. Probably wasn't the best idea, but we got it stripped down, figured out all the parts that we needed, got everything ordered. It's been sitting behind the barn in a million pieces, and I think it's finally time to roll it into the shop and get this thing put back together. So let's go grab it and roll it inside. All right, just a little recap. This thing has been sitting out in the yard for 2 months now. We're just waiting on parts. They just finally come where we got everything in stock, ready to put this thing back together and go put her head to head with the 850 Outlander with the tall snorkel on it to see if a Honda actually is better than the Can-Am in the water, which I'm pretty sure it's not. I think we're right there at the limit if we can make money on it or not, but we got a lot of work to do to get this thing not looking like a skeleton rolling down the trail anymore.
Did anybody get grips?
No, I don't think anybody bought me grips.
Oh, God.
Should be going back together, so we got some parts to unbox, and catch you guys in a second.
I think I'm still in shock at how well this thing cleaned up. I mean, the motor's pretty freaking spotless. The frame's pretty spotless. I know we're gonna have to do some painting on the racks, but other than that, this thing's pretty dialed.
The only thing we did forget to get was like new floorboards, so those look like crap. We're gonna see if we can work some magic on those to bring them back. Like you just said, spray paint the racks and the bumper. Got fresh headlights, so I'm stoked about that. All in all, it's gonna go from like a 4 out of 10 to probably like a 7.5, 8 out of 10. We had a lot of recommendations for colors, and I didn't even know about this color, and there was a few people that said it. And then we found this set on Facebook Marketplace, and this color is sick. Like, it's not like a super OD green, but it's, I don't even know how to describe it.
It's called Adventure Green, and it's like a really dark forest green. It's almost black almost.
Yeah, exactly. I almost thought it was black at first, but I like it a lot. Price was way better than anything we found online because they were local. All right, without further ado, let's get this thing torn down and get some suspension stuff switched out, and then start looking at putting plastics on. Got to run the snorkel kit. Got a lot of stuff to do.
This project's so big that we had to import help from Scotland. So we got these guys over here. Professional Honda technicians from Scotland.
You guys caught last video, our buddies from Scotland were in town. They're like getting ready to leave tomorrow. So last not so fun thing we get to make them do is help work on the Honda. See, you get all aspects of the US. You like got to do all this fun stuff for 2 weeks, and now we get to work on a Honda. I get for hiring Scottish people to do work. They're just breaking bolts already. Oh yeah, we know what we're doing.
Your words were, get a bigger gun.
It's true.
That bushing's gonna fall out with...
Oh, literally.
Oh my God.
Dude.
Isn't that supposed to be pressed in there?
Yeah. Okay, wheel bearings, shot. Look at the sleeves. So if you're in the market for some used parts, whether it's a four-wheeler or a side-by-side, Cameron over at Powersports Station has, I think, 30,000 units they've disassembled and have parts for literally everything. Can-Am, John Deere, Honda, Yamaha, random crap, side-by-side or four-wheeler, they got it. New stuff, old stuff, like stuff from the 80s, stuff to 2025, everything in between.
I think my favorite part about this is that we're going back to a stock exhaust.
That's literally straight pipe. Videos ago, I think it was like Mud Bash, we tried to put this in the video and it wouldn't start because I had a bad solenoid, so we got a fresh one of these. Got to get this swapped over and need to put a new battery in because that sucker is junk.
Let's see if she runs.
Hey! It sounds so much better too. I'm getting a new love for this thing.
Yeah, this thing's sick.
Can't tell if that's a motor tick or just our exhaust work wasn't that great, but I don't hate it as much anymore. About 10 minutes ago, I still hated this thing. Now I don't hate it as much. I'm trying to finish my can of enthusiasm to put this back together. I'm just gonna get skid steer and just come in here and just crush the whole thing and then we don't have to work on it anymore. Alright, well, I guess we gotta get back to it. Alright, so now we got everything pulled off and all the old parts off. We got the new parts lined up. Do wish we got some rear shocks, but it's not a big deal. This thing's definitely gonna be a lot smoother than it was before and not be as chinka 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 chinka. Alrighty guys, got the powder coat. We're about to make this thing look brand new. Alright, let's see the new plastics. They look
Actually really good. I like these a lot. I was afraid how they were gonna look like when you were telling me about them. They actually look really good though. That's gonna look good.
That looks good.
Hold on, where's the before?
Oh.
That is our before and after. It's gonna look a lot better, even though this might end up looking like that in the future, but it's okay. Thank God this turd is gone. If you run an exhaust on a Honda, specifically a Big Gun Evo, this thing is trash. Just keep them stock. It sounds so much better. All right, whoever comes up to us first and asks for this, you get it. First come, first serve. If you see us at a riding park, if you ask for it, it's yours. I don't know why you want it, but whatever. All right, so we have a little issue here. Here's the issue right here. We're still reusing all the black plastics. They're a little faded and dirty and just kind of stained. We're gonna have to work with these on our fresh new plastics. It's not gonna match as good, so we're gonna try our best to clean these things up and basically give it the ultimate SC1 wipe down. For the people that were thinking that we were doing like some type of frame off, like fresh 100% resto on this thing, we're not. We're not, that's not this type of build. And if you came here for that build, I'm sorry. We might do it in the future, but yeah, this was kind of just like, we got a good deal on Facebook and we're trying to not put as little into it as we can, but like enough to where it's still nice for the final product. I'm gonna go ahead and spray these all down and try to make them look new again. All right, I gotta pause in the video. I'm reusing my dad's electric pressure washer because Julius borrowed our gas one. This thing sucks for what we're doing. This is the secret sauce.
All right, so the suspension is all on. I'm gonna trust that Tom torqued it, but I'm not gonna double check it because that'd be the responsible thing to do. Luke got the plastics outside cleaned up. We gotta spray paint some stuff, but we got some goodies from our friends over at Vessel Power Sports.
Oh,
light bar headlights.
These are actually really clean. Plug and play though?
Ooh, make it easy.
Here's before, here's after. They look good, a lot better. Look at that, slim, sleek, definitely water sealed tight. Not gonna be a whole fishbowl like the stock ones are.
Look.
This is definitely the #1 modification I see people do their Honda. No, maybe #2. #1 would be the snorkels.
All right, next up, I think this is a rag kit. So we got a complete radiator relocate kit from our boys over at Vessel.
This one actually looks really nice and not like a turd like the Wild Boar one.
Oh, you don't like this one?
Look, that's sleek. I'm sure if you wanted to do your custom emblem, you could, but this is honestly pretty clean. I like it. We should have done blue plastics for our Vessel build. It's all right. They'll help us out next time.
Last up. We got some horns for Mike Stowe.
Mike.
Old guy from Indiana sent me some training wheels and some bike horns and some funny t-shirts. We appreciate you, Mike. But if you see him in the comments, make sure you talk crap back to him because you can't just be hating on us and not get hated back. Anyway, last up from Vessel Power Sports. I think it's a complete snorkel kit.
Holy crap.
Oh, and the vent lines. Sick.
So instead of going to Lowe's,
Dude, they already went to Lowe's for us.
they already went to Lowe's for us. Instead of going yourself and trying to do all the research.
Ooh, we got another duck.
Nobody likes research. So instead you can go on to vesselpowersports.com and order a complete snorkel kit.
The only thing they should have done was make the snorkel extension taller because...
Which you can then do by going to Lowe's. Right?
Now we gotta reorganize this mess of parts that I just mixed up. We gotta put all the plastics on the Honda, and then we gotta get the racks and paint them and put those on the Honda, and then finally we can put all this jumbled mess and have all the pretty things. And last but not least, we can go sink this thing.
Hey, I want to sink the four-wheeler.
That's the part everybody wants to do. Is
We can do a little Honda Can-Am show off between the two tall snorkel machines.
Before they had mics, they just used pipes.
All right, we cleaned up the plastics. They look 100 times better than they did before. This is actually presentable. You know, it's not perfect. There's still like, you know, this one's pretty banged up, but no cleaning's gonna get that out. That's just scratched in the plastic. The floorboards turned out really good. Those are gonna be usable. I think with a lot of SC1, they'll turn out pretty good. We're gonna get these inside, we're gonna bolt them up to the Honda, and we're getting close to finishing this thing up. These floorboards look pretty good. Like, even though they're used, it's looking more and more gooder as the plastics go on. It's a little dirty right now. I gotta wipe it off. Man, we could sell this thing for like 5 grand more now.
You honestly should have just seen the spray paint job I just did on the racks, because I did no prep, set them down in the grass, and spray painted them.
I'm gonna go look at the racks because Kyle doesn't tell me he's doing anything. I'm supposed to film him doing this, but. What happened here?
When I say I literally did the most like high school botch spray paint job ever, right on the grass, no prep. I did the final coat on the trailer though. I even spray painted the plastic and did not tape off the taillight. It's what do they call that?
What's it called?
Smoked out taillights.
All right, we're doing something a little different. We would put the old Outlaw 2s back on, but we put some Honda, the Can-Am wheel adapters, and we're actually gonna put some wheels you guys have seen before in the past that are unfortunately completely buried all the way in the back. We're going with these Fuel bronze wheels. They are very dirty right now, you can't even tell. I'm gonna clean them up a little bit. I think the bronze is gonna go really good with the dark green. At least I think it's gonna look better than just black wheels. While we're outside doing wheels, again, Kyle didn't tell us we were.
Yeah, look, we're on a time limit.
We are on a time limit, but I'll at least tell us before you put the racks on.
All right, well, racks are on. Don't look too close.
Looks pretty good. I don't know, the spray paint looks pretty good.
What do you think of my taillight spray paint job?
Oh, damn. Looks like factory.
Right there, just ignore the crack. Gotta go right there. All right, we got the fresh headlights in. Way brighter than the stock ones. Trying to figure out the rad kit now. Got the front rack on, which I believe was not meant for this unit. I'm gonna have to research to see if I can find a different one of these. Kieran got the taillight in, and it's kind of like an LED backup turn signal taillight.
Dude, this thing looks
Good! See?
So Vessel sent out their hand grips because ours were absolute trash. They're actually really cool because they will not slide out because they tighten on both ends.
So once you tighten these up, they don't come loose. I've never seen these before. Whoever put this radiator kit on the last time cut the tabs off that I need. So we're drilling holes to try to make the existing radiator work with the new radiator kit.
Yeah, so whoever effed our radiator before, yeah, you made it hard for us.
All right, we were able to, you want the good news or the bad news, Luke?
Actually, give me the good news first.
All right, so I was able to drill new holes through the side brackets that got cut off. The bad news is I drilled it into the radiator. But the good news is I have JB Weld and I was able to fix it real quick. Besides all that, we got the coolant lines coming up. Tom's getting the vent lines and coolant lines ran up. We're almost wrapped up. And then Luke has the wheels and tires to put on this thing. I think it's gonna look pretty good.
That is a clean kit. I like this a lot.
Yeah, simple. And you got the center snorkel bolts right on here, so it's not gonna be wiggling around like if you had a side mount. So
oh, that's good. That's so nice. That is nice.
The problem is this front rack is not the rack for this machine. It's for an older machine, so these holes don't line up, which is annoying. But one day I might get a better rack. And when that time comes, it'll probably not be my machine anymore. For now, Tom has gotten all the vent lines ran. We got the snorkel up to here, and then we can extend the snorkel tube up, zip tying the vent lines on, putting the tires on, and I think we're done.
I'm washing off the wheels and tires. I'm gonna do the same thing that I did in the plastics and spray them with that special stuff. They are finally clean. They look really good. I think bronze is the way to go. I think more people, if you have this dark green, you gotta get bronze wheels. It looks really good. Oh, that's gonna look good. That looks so good with the green right here.
All right, got the snorkel on. I don't know if that's gonna be tall enough though.
So the Honda's all put together. The last thing we need to do is just put some SC1 on it because the plastics are looking a little faded. So we're just gonna literally just put some, it's not a permanent fix, but it's a temporary fix. Especially on the floorboards where it just, you know.
All right, so we got coolant in it now. Took it for a ride up and down the road. Runs good. Still rides like hot garbage compared to a Can-Am, but it honestly doesn't ride too bad compared to when we first got it. Before it used to just shake you when you went down the road. Now it's like a little better. I would still trust it to do 40, maybe not 70 like a Can-Am. It's funny to see next to the Outlander now. Like,
and this looks so fresh now. The wheels, I love the wheels.
So right now the snorkels are pretty even. The Honda snorkel's a tad taller actually, which I'm kind of surprised by. So right here, we are like 7 foot. I guess we're gonna have to see head to head what does better. I still think the Outlander's gonna do better because it stays on the bottom of the water and it doesn't float like the Honda will. But all in all, I mean, it turned out pretty sick. I think we might be able to turn a profit on Facebook Marketplace. We're not too far deep into what we have in it. So we might be able to make some money on Facebook Marketplace, but before that, I think we gotta ride at least once or twice. See if we can work out any more kinks before we sell it. All right, it's the next day. We got the Honda ready to go rip. We already loaded up the Outlander. She's ready to go play. So hopefully this thing holds up and doesn't have to get drug out of the bottom of the pond we're heading to, but that's why we're bringing the Outlander, so we can tow it home.
I truly don't think this thing is ready because after leaving early yesterday, I literally see coolant all over the front of this four-wheeler, dude. There's JB Weld on this radiator.
I might have drilled a hole into the radiator while I was trying to put it in. Well, the last guy cut the brackets off and then I had to drill extra new holes because they cut the radiator. Listen, it's in there, it's stable. It'll work for today's video.
So we cleaned this thing up a lot. We gave it the Facebook Marketplace special and SE1'd everything. And I think, I mean, I'm not trying to toot my own horn or nothing, but that looks pretty good.
I'm honestly shocked that you were able to save the black plastics on this thing being original, because the green is the only thing we replaced in the snorkel kit.
Yeah, but like if you look at this,
Oh, it looks great.
This looks new.
This looks freaking brand new till we give it its first wash and wash all that SE1 off.
Let's get this thing loaded up, head on down to Gavin's pond. What are you driving? Are you driving the Honda or the Outlander?
I'm driving the Honda. What do you mean?
Really?
I cleaned it up. I could put on a Honda boy fit. I need the ice cream hair. I need the like a cowpoke hat.
Crocs. You need Crocs.
I need Crocs. I need shorts that come up to like here. I need to have a vape in my hand. I need to ride like this. This is how all Honda boys ride. They all ride like this.
They do.
I gotta have the Honda like scrunch or whatever they do.
Honda scrunch. It's a Honda suspension crunch right there.
The only issue with this thing that we've noticed so far is it looks honestly really good. The main concerning issue is the motor, is it does smoke a little bit. But like if you give it a little gas, it smokes a lot.
That's called burning oil.
So she might need a whole motor, and hopefully it doesn't shut off underwater.
All right, we came over to our buddy Gavin's. Here's the problem. It looks great, it runs not great. But last time I did take it in deep water, it lasted all day in the water, never shut off once. So we might have a fighting chance of this thing not getting swamped today. But as a tow rig, we brought the actual reliable.
Knock on wood, baby.
Listen, this thing just did a 30-minute stint of in the deep pond at Busco and didn't turn off once with no water in it. She is prime.
This looks crazy on camera. Oh boy. That's gonna be
See, the fun thing is you get to come get me if I get stuck. Seat's floating off already. I can see the air bubbles coming out of the radiator from where my JB Weld job failing.
Look at the oil.
Oh, that's actually really cool.
Oh, that does look cool.
I'm honestly just shocked it hasn't shut off yet.
You can grab my phone. Dude, that looks so cool.
I can hear it slurping water. I don't think that's good. I literally hear the snorkel slurping water.
Let's see if you can make it. Oh my.
Alright, what are the chances there's water in here?
Let's see. Ooh. Oh, wow. Drained it out. Oh.
How was that thing still running?
Oh my god.
Dude, it's still draining.
Yeah, it's at least
Where do you think it's leaking from?
everywhere. It's probably where the old snorkel was connected to the belt box or air box. I'm honestly kind of shocked that thing actually didn't just shut off with the amount of water that was in there, but we do have to go save the seat. Luke, you want to go eat it or you want me? You know you want to go ride.
Yeah, I kind of want to go get it. Is it cold in there?
No, it feels perfect. My phone stayed dry though. Gatorwader has these new dry pocket shorts, and I had my phone in my pocket the entire time. Didn't realize that. This thing's got a little magnet lock. So for these summer months when you're not wearing waders, because it's literally 94 degrees today, bam, done, dry.
Dry,
Go swim.
dry. All right.
Well, that thing's more of a Honda than the Honda.
We gonna get our seat now. In my seat.
Hey, what do you think of that Honda boot? I think we need the mini excavator to make this a little deeper.
And is it Does it feel weird taking a Can-Am that deep?
Yeah, it does.
I don't even know what to compare it to. It's just weird.
It's a better Honda.
It's like a Honda, but better. It only costed us one whole motor to get it this good.
We've honestly never washed this thing.
Never washed
I should have washed it before I swapped the motor because that was a nightmare dealing with all the mud.
I might give this thing a bath someday.
It deserves one.
Drop a comment if you think I should wash it.
Has this thing earned its bath, its first ever bath?
I think it's finally earned its first bath.
I'm curious if you can clean this thing up to be as good looking as that.
With a little bit of Luke's secret sauce, I think he can make this thing real nice.
All right, well, we proved the Honda works. I am honestly shocked that thing did not shut off underwater, but that means that next time we go to a riding park, I guess we're taking the Honda. Hopefully it doesn't break down like it did last time.
Hopefully we figure out whatever's leaking though, because that would suck to ride it for 20 minutes and it breaks. It does look pretty though. Look at that thing.
All right, we'll catch you guys back at the shop. All right, well, that's a wrap on the Honda rebuild. Maybe. It might need an actual rebuild though, because it smokes for sure. But here's the question. Are we keeping this thing? Are we selling it? Do we try to make some money on Facebook Marketplace? I think if I rebuild it, I'm probably gonna be at the cap of making any money on it. What do we do? Do we keep it, sell it? But huge thank you to Vessel Power Sports for the rad relocate, the snorkel, a few other little goodies, as well as Power Sports Nation. Obviously they hooked us up on the motor for the Outlander in the last video, as well as all the suspension parts for the Honda to get that thing back together, and Gator waders for shorts and shoes for today's video. They've always been with us for a while. If you guys are looking for some footwear, whether that is camp shoes or boots or even muck boots, it's not really wader season right now, but they also have those waterproof pocket shorts that they just came out with, so I was pretty stoked about those. I've been rocking them for the last few days because it's literally been 95 degrees here in North Carolina, and it's nice to have that waterproof pocket. Should we keep the Honda? Should we sell it? Should we totally rebuild the motor or just get out from under it? It looks really good, and I think we could make money on it now. We could just keep it and have a comparable unit for the tall snorkel Outlander that we got. Or if we do keep them, we need to come up with a name for that one, and we need to come up with a name for this one because I'm not selling this for a while. And as always, we upload every single Wednesday, so if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you guys next week.
Just when we thought we were gonna be done, we were like, hey, there's a pond down the road. We're not gonna film it because we don't know how deep it is. It's probably not that bad. It's that bad. Look at, you good? Now we got the winch going out.
Dude, how does he manage? Kyle is the only one that can do this.
That was like 2.5, 3 foot of that right there. Gab, I can't wait to go jump in your pool.
Look at this, dude.
What? What the?
What is that?
That's not Daddy Longleg. That's Uncle.
Somebody tell us what
Mid-leg.
this. Somebody tell us what this is.
All right, on today's video, we are discovering new creatures.